What's up, guys? This is my review of Set in Stone, Rick Ross. I listened to this album so you didn't have to. This album is absolutely atrocious. Um, it's another album full of Rick Ross talking about how he, hates snitching and is against all this anti-rap stuff, even though he was a corrections officer before he was a rapper. It's just absolutely atrocious. A lot of terrible production, a lot of terrible features, a lot of terrible verses, a lot of terrible experimentation. But we're going to start off, with some positives. So the top 3 songs are probably the intro, Caviar Bumps. That song has great production, solid verses from Ross, actually. And then we have Remarkable Hustle with Leon Thomas. Leon Thomas has a great chorus, great singing. The production on the song is pretty solid. Ross has pretty decent verses. And then I would say the third best song is Ring Around the Rolls with Wife and Lucci. Lucci has a great verse and feature. Ross is pretty solid on it. Moving on from our top 3 songs, let's go into the top 3 features. Ball Greasy absolutely smashed the chorus and his verse on Diamonds Never Die. Kodak's pretty terrible on that song, though, and brings it down a lot. Then we have Jeezy on Maybach Music 7. So Jeezy carries that song, not gonna lie. Don Toliver's on that song too, but his new melodic auto-tune heavy R&B doesn't really match well with the old school production in Rick Ross's old school rapping. And then I would say the third best feature is Leon Thomas and Remarkable Hustle, which we already talked about. It's a pretty solid song. Top 3 productions on the album, songs with the best beats. Caviar Bumps, the intro, as I said. Diamonds Never Die has this great champion victory type production, which is the song with Kodak and Ball Greasy. Then we have the third best beat on the album, which I think is City Lights with The Dream. It's a very old school R&B soul type of beat. It's a nice vibe. Now moving on to the cons of the album. This album has absolutely awful production in certain areas, such as number 23. This video game type beat is just not meant for people like Rick Ross. It's more of like a rage type beat for Ken Carson or like Uzi or something like that. Then we have Purple Fentanyl, just a very sleepy and boring beat, and Big Fish, same story. This album also has absolutely awful features. We have French Montana on Minx in Miami, which is just no one wants a French feature ever. Then we have Rich the Kid on Face Down, an absolutely atrocious chorus about Hannah Girl Doggy Style, Face Down. And then Young Miami on She's My Star. No one wants to hear a girl rap about her gooch and how much it's getting touched by men. And lastly, I just want to highlight the absolutely most atrocious song on this album is Porsche GT3. It's just awful. He tries to do the Future's King's Dead type impression, and no one wants to hear Ross doing that. So overall, I think this album's about a 6 out of 10 at best. Maybe even less, around 5.5. But I rated it for you so you don't have to listen to it.